Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Kṛṣṇam apsu konteya prabhasmi shashi soyayo pranava salva vedeshu shabda ke paurusham nrishu Kṛṣṇam apsu konteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranavak sadva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham nrishu Kṛṣṇam apsu konteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranavak sadva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham nrishu Kṛṣṇam apsu konteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranavak sadva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham nrishu rasaha taste aham I apsu in water kaunteya O son of Kunti prabha asmi I am the light Shashi suryayo in the sun and the moon Pranavaha the three letters A, U and M Om Salva in all Vedeshu in the Vedas Shabdaha sound vibration K in the ether Paurusham ability Nrishu in man. Translation. O son of Kunti, Arjuna, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man.
Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashishu jaya pranava sarvedeshu sabdakhe paurasangnishu. This is all-pervasive nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should mark the important word in this verse, aham. Aham means the person. Kṛṣṇa never says that I am impersonal. Impersonal is the feature of Kṛṣṇa. Just like in the 9th chapter, Kṛṣṇa says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhakta murtina. Maya, I am all-pervasive by my energy. We have already explained that Kṛṣṇa has multi-energy, parasa shakti vividaiva shriyate, that is the Vedic version, that the absolute truth, Supreme Person has got multi-energies. In the Vishnu Purana also, whatever we are experiencing, that is simply Kṛṣṇa's energy. Just like we can experience the heat and light from the sun, we can understand the constitution of the sun glow, although we are 93 million miles away from the sun. But by his energy, heat and light, we can understand what is the sun. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, he has got multi-energies. Parasa Shakti vividhaiva sriyate. Natasya karyam karanancha vidyate. Natasya sama adhikascha dishyate. Parasa Shakti vividhaiva sriyate. Sabha vikigyana bala kriyach. This is the darshan of Upanishad. He has nothing to do. Natasya karyam. Why? And because natasya karyam karanancha vidyate, natasya sama adhikascha dishyate. Nobody is equal to him. Neither greater than him. And he hasn't got to do anything because he has got so many energies. Savabhikijnana balakriyacha. Everything is being done by his energy very perfectly. So, his energy is working even in the water. You can perceive his energy within the water. We are daily using water. We are tasting water. So, you can perceive Kṛṣṇa's presence, Kṛṣṇa's all-pervasiveness, even while you drink water. Every one of us, we drink water. And so, the taste of the water, Kṛṣṇa says, here I am. This is impersonal feature, but the person is behind. Maya dhakṣena prakriti. Water is one of the product of this material nature, but behind this existence of water is Kṛṣṇa. Then you can understand Kṛṣṇa. You try to understand by studying his energy. Therefore Kṛṣṇa is describing that although you cannot see me just now, because in the preliminary stage nobody can see Kṛṣṇa, although Kṛṣṇa is present everywhere. Annantarastham paramanuchayantarastham, he is present within the atom. But it requires the qualified eyes to see him or purified senses to perceive him. That is stated in the Shastra, Ata Sri Kṛṣṇa namadi na bhaved graham indriyai. With our these present senses, we cannot understand what is the holy transcendental name of Kṛṣṇa. Therefore sometimes we are misunderstood. Why these people are chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa? So because ordinary man or ordinary senses cannot understand the value, the nature of the name. Therefore Shastra says, Ata Sri Kṛṣṇa namadi. Namadi, beginning from name. We can realize God by chanting name. Because Abhinnatat nama namina. Nama chintamani Kṛṣṇa chaitanya rasa vigraha. These are the description of the Shastras. Nama, the holy name of the Lord, is completely spiritual. Nama chintamani Kṛṣṇa. Name is as good as Kṛṣṇa. Nama Chintamani Kṛṣṇa, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Those who are chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra without any offense, they are tasting spiritual nectarine. Just like Rupa Goswami has written a sloka that if I could possess millions of ears and millions of tongues, then I could enjoy what is the transcendental mellow in chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra. But that is not possible for ordinary human being in the beginning. Therefore Shastra says, Atasya Kṛṣṇa namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyai. This impurified senses cannot appreciate the value of the holy name of Kṛṣṇa, Nam Adi, his name, his quality, his pastimes, his form, his activities. There are so many things. They are beginning with Nam, Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra. As we go on chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And as we become purified, the more we chant, we become purified. Cheta darpana marjanam, bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam, sreya kairava chandrika vitaranam, vidyavadhu jivanam. So this is the process. So, those who are not even inclined to chant this holy name of Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, although there is no loss and there is no expenditure, anyone can chant. It is freely distributed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone can take the chance of chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa. Automatically, sometimes we find friends on the street, simply by seeing us, they chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. So that is a good sign. They are learning the value of Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra. So in this age, the chanting of the holy name is very, very important. Kalau nasti vanasti vanasti bhagatananda, for God realization. So even if you are not inclined to chant Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, then try to understand Kṛṣṇa in this way. This is the process given by Sri Kṛṣṇa himself. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. You have to drink water. You cannot avoid it. So when you taste, while drinking water, anything drinking, apsu. Apsu means any liquid thing. Either you drink milk or even after even you drink wine. So you have got some taste in any liquid thing while drinking. So Kṛṣṇa says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya. My dear Kaunteya, Arjuna, that taste in the liquid thing which you drink or use, that is just see how it is easily can be done. Nobody is without drinking something liquid. Either Coca-Cola or water or this or that, something must be drinking. So Kṛṣṇa says that I am the taste. So where is the difficulty of understanding Kṛṣṇa? If we cannot, they say, can you show me Kṛṣṇa? All right, here is Kṛṣṇa, see. Seeing means directly perception. When I say, let me see what is this mango, you are seeing already. Here seeing means tasting. Let me see the mango, that means seeing means tasting. So we have got so many senses and we taste different senses. We can see by eyes, we can taste by the tongue, we can hear by the ear, we can smell by the nose, we can touch by the hand. So we have got all senses, and by senses we get experience. So if you try to experience Kṛṣṇa by this process, that whenever you drink something liquid and taste it very nicely, you consider this taste is Kṛṣṇa. It is very difficult for Kṛṣṇa realization, and because you remember Kṛṣṇa. Actually that taste is Kṛṣṇa, because that water is also Kṛṣṇa. Water is Kṛṣṇa in this sense, it's the energy of Kṛṣṇa. Just like fire and the heat. Heat is the energy of Kṛṣṇa. So heat and fire is not distinct. They are the same. Still, the heat is not fire. This is called achinta bhedavet philosophy. Simultaneously one and different. Simultaneously everything. Idang visham bhagavani vedara. It requires only realization. That whole universe is Kṛṣṇa. Idang visham bhagavan. But it appears different from Bhagavan. Actually it is not different. You have to understand by a purified senses. That is required. Unless you have got purified senses, you cannot understand. But this is the beginning. Rasoham avsukanteya. You just try to understand. This rasa, it is said by Kṛṣṇa, it is not our manufacture. If I say that the taste of water is Kṛṣṇa, that may be different. But Kṛṣṇa says, Rasoham avsukanteya. So why not think of Kṛṣṇa? So this thinking of Kṛṣṇa is a process of devotional service out of the 9 processes. Savanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam padasevanam. So if you remember Kṛṣṇa, you advance in your spiritual life and you become perfect yogi. How? Yoginamapi sarvesam madgata antaratmana sadhyaman bhajate jumang samejukto tamo mataha. If you simply think as you drink water or drink anything, the taste only, here is the hint. That here is Kṛṣṇa. So you must be drinking so many times. If so many times if you remember Kṛṣṇa, you gradually become Kṛṣṇa conscious. So simple thing it is. Kṛṣṇa is prescribing. Rasoham avsukamte. Prabhasmi sasasujaya. Suppose if you do not drink, nobody there is who does not drink, everyone drinks. Then another method. Prabhasmi sasasujaya. As soon as early in the morning you find the sun shine, you remember, here is Kṛṣṇa. Here is Kṛṣṇa. Or at night, when there is no sun, there is moonlight. Here is Kṛṣṇa. Then, pranava sarvavedasya. If you are a student, serious student of Vedic mantras, Om Tad Vishwam Paramam Padam Sada Pasyanti. If you chant the Vedic mantras, Om Bhurbhuva Satat Savitu Varannam, the Omkar, that is Kṛṣṇa. Many people are very much fond of chanting Omkar. That is also nice. That is Kṛṣṇa. But if we simply remember that this Omkar is Kṛṣṇa, then you become perfect. Because the process is how to become Kṛṣṇa conscious. So you can become Kṛṣṇa conscious while drinking any liquid or water, while seeing the sunshine, while seeing the moonshine, while if you are a scholar, Brahmana, advanced, while chanting the pranava, pranava sarva vedeshu, or even if you hear this sound, there are so many sounds going on. If you remember Kṛṣṇa and also Paurasang Nishu, Paurasang, you meet so many men in your dealings with this material world. There are many very big men, big industrialists, big scholars, big manufacturers, and big bankers. So this is Paurasam, one who has attained perfection in the material world. So, instead of envying him, if you simply think that he has attained because he has got little power from Kṛṣṇa. Jajjat vibhuti mat satya mat tejangsa sambhava. Anything wonderful that is done by any person, Purusha, that is also Kṛṣṇa's energy. So it is not at all difficult to become Kṛṣṇa conscious. There is no expenditure, there is no loss. Simply by your daily dealings you can become Kṛṣṇa conscious. This is the program here. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasisujaya. Pranava. If you cannot chant, we are advising everyone, chant Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, kirtaniya sadahari. This Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra should be chanted 24 hours. Kirtaniya sadahari. But it becomes difficult or hackneyed, then you can remember Kṛṣṇa otherwise. While drinking water, while seeing the sunshine, while seeing the moonshine, while chanting Vedic mantras, or even hearing some sound in the case. Sound is produced by the ether. So many sounds we are hearing. If you simply remember the sloka of Bhagavad, that shabda, any sound, Hare Kṛṣṇa sound is transcendental, that's all right. But if you don't like Hare Kṛṣṇa sound, you take any sound. Any sound is also, that is coming from the original sound, simply which is covered by Maya. What is the difference between spiritual and material? Everything is spiritual, sarvam khalidam brahma. But when it is covered by Maya, it is material. That's all. What is Maya? Forgetfulness of Kṛṣṇa. The same water. The same water, it is spiritual because it is Kṛṣṇa's energy. Kṛṣṇa has already said, Humi rapa apa, here also apsu. So apa, jal or water is Kṛṣṇa's energy. How it can be defined from Kṛṣṇa? So we have to deal with water in so many ways. How we can forget Kṛṣṇa? The Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement is the spreading the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So how one can become Kṛṣṇa conscious very easily without any loss, but gain is very much. Why don't you take this advantage of Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement? What is the reason that you will not take? Satatang kirtantam mam jatantascha dhirabrata. If you become Kṛṣṇa conscious in this way, the profit is very, very great. Because the more you become Kṛṣṇa conscious, the more Kṛṣṇa becomes revealed to you. Sevan mukhe hi jivhado sayameva spurattada. Realization, revelation, that with the blood senses you cannot understand Kṛṣṇa, you cannot realize Kṛṣṇa. But if you purify, atasya Kṛṣṇa namadi nabhavet grayam indriyai, our present senses are blood senses because it is covered by forgetfulness of Kṛṣṇa or Maya. Therefore, it has to be purified, or the nature of forgetfulness has to be removed. That's all. This is the process. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. If you follow this process, that here is drinking water, the taste is Kṛṣṇa, that means some percentage of your forgetfulness of Kṛṣṇa is removed. Similarly, when you see the sunshine, the moonshine, or you chant unke, there are other so many ways prescribed in the later verses. So try to understand Kṛṣṇa in this way. It doesn't require any advancement of education or Vedic knowledge. A simple thing. So there is no difficulty. And as soon as it is purified, sevan mukhi jivhad, the purification, that is bhakti. Bhakti marga, devotional service means purifying the senses, that's all. At the present moment our senses are covered by Maya, and this Maya can be moved away simply by remembering in every step Kṛṣṇa. Sevan mukhi jivhadu. That sevan mukh, that is the devotional service. Jivhadu. You simply engage your jivha. Jivha means tongue. The tasting is also tongue. Without tongue you cannot taste. Therefore it is said, Sevan mukhi jivhadu. The beginning of purification is to use your tongue in this devotional service. So, our prescription is therefore that you use your tongue for chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra and employ your tongue for tasting Krishna's prasad. It is not at all difficult. There is no need of studying a higher knowledge in the Vedic principle. That will automatically will be revealed. Therefore it is said, Sevan mukhi jivhadu sameva spurattana. If you apply your ear only, as it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sinnatang sakatha Kṛṣṇa punnasavana kirtana. Punnasavana kirtana. Chanting of the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra or hearing of Krishna's word, just like you are hearing the words of Bhagavad Gita. Sinnatang sakatha. This is his own word. Sinnatang sakatha Kṛṣṇa punnasavana kirtana. Either you hear or you chant. Because savanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam padas, there are 9 methods. So the beginning is hearing. We are opening so many centers just to give people chance to hear about Kṛṣṇa. That's all. If you simply hear about Kṛṣṇa, Sinnatang, then Kṛṣṇa becomes pleased. Now he is hearing about me. Then what does he do? Sinnatang sakata Kṛṣṇa punna savana kirtan. Either you understand or don't understand. It becomes an pious activities on your part. And the more you become pious, you can understand Kṛṣṇa. Because impious person, jesam antagatam papam, impious person cannot understand Kṛṣṇa. But one who is free from impious activities, jesam antagatam pap, jananam punna karmana. Punna karma, this hearing is punna karma. Jananam punna, te dandamaho nirmukta bhajanti mang dirabrata. If you simply hear, there is no, if you understand it is very good. Even if you do not understand the vibration of Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, the reading of Bhagavad Gita, simply chanting, you will be purified. Sinnatang sagata Kṛṣṇa punnasavana kirtana riddantasta avadhrani. So we cannot understand what I am, what is God, what is my relationship with God, what I have to do in that. We cannot understand these things because we are enwrapped in sinful activities. That is also stated in the here. Namagadishkitinam mudha prapadanti naradhama. So, in the material world, every one of us, more or less, are duskritino, sinful, more or less. Sinful. So, it is very difficult for us to understand Kṛṣṇa. Atasya Kṛṣṇa namadi, I have already explained. Therefore, we have to take advantage of this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement, and wherever there is a chance of hearing about Kṛṣṇa, we should take the opportunity. That is Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement. And learn from the, it is not our manufacture. Kṛṣṇa says, learn how to become Kṛṣṇa conscious. Simply, you try to understand Kṛṣṇa in every step of life. In every step of life. They will be all explained in this chapter, how you can perceive Kṛṣṇa. The beginning is a tasting. Everyone drinks water or drinks something else. You try to taste the liquid thinking that this taste is Kṛṣṇa. You will see in the morning the light of sunshine, here is Kṛṣṇa. In the evening you see the moonlight, here is Kṛṣṇa. There is sound always, especially in a city like Bombay, it is full of sound. So, whenever you hear any kind of sound, Sound is the vibration of the sky. You remember this sound is Kṛṣṇa. Sabdakhe. And whenever you meet any person very exalted, very extraordinarily able, you understand that this ability is Kṛṣṇa's mercy, vibhuti. In this way, if you practice and if you chant also Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, and if you hear from realized souls about Kṛṣṇa, then you gradually become advanced in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And when you come to perfection, Janma karmam me dibbam yujanati tattata. These Kṛṣṇa's appearance, disappearance, his activities will be revealed to you. Sameva Surasada. When Kṛṣṇa becomes manifest, revelation, then you understand what is Kṛṣṇa, what is his activities, what is his name, what is his pastimes, everything becomes revealed. Then you can understand perfectly. We cannot understand perfectly, but so far our ability is concerned, we can understand Kṛṣṇa. And if we a little bit understand Kṛṣṇa, then our life is successful. Tattadehang punarjanmanaiti mameti konteya. Simply by little understanding Kṛṣṇa. What is that? Na tattadehang punar. That is the highest perfection. After giving up this body, ordinarily we give up this body and we accept another. Tatha dehantara prapti. That we have to stop. We are trying our best to make solution of all problems of life. The real problem is janma mrityu jara vyadi. Birth, death, old age and disease. But if you can conquer our birth, no more birth, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, tatta dehang punarjanma naiti. No more birth. Then it's finished, I am finished. No, you are not finished. Tatta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti. You come to me. You come to me. Go back to home, back to Godhead. This is the process of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. It is very easy. Everyone can adopt. Why should you give up? Take it very seriously and be happy. Thank you very much.